The United States possesses the most powerful special operations forces on Earth. Elite warriors trained for missions so dangerous and secret that most people never hear about them. From Navy SEALs to Delta Force, these units operate in the shadows of global conflicts. But who are they, and what exactly do they do? Before we begin, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more military documentaries, and tell us the name of your favorite special operations unit in the comments. We love hearing from you. The Navy SEALs. It's 3 a.m. and the Pacific Ocean feels like ice as waves crash over your body again and again while you lie motionless in the darkness, shivering uncontrollably as an instructor shouts into your ear that you can quit whenever you want because this is not just training. It is a psychological filter designed to break your mind before it builds you into something stronger. This moment is called surf torture, one of the most infamous phases of the Navy SEAL training pipeline, known as BUDS, or Basic Underwater Demolition/SEAL Training, a program lasting more than 6 months that has earned a reputation as one of the hardest military training programs on Earth. Candidates arrive thinking their physical strength will carry them through, but within days they discover that strength alone means nothing when sleep deprivation, hypothermia, relentless physical punishment, and constant mental pressure begin to destroy their confidence. The defining event is Hell Week, a 5-day stretch where trainees sleep barely 4 hours in total while running miles through sand carrying heavy logs, swimming through freezing water, crawling through mud, performing endless push-ups, and completing combat simulations under the watchful eyes of instructors whose only mission is to push them until they break. Nearly 3/4 of candidates quit before finishing, ringing a brass bell 3 times to signal they are done forever, and those who survive move on to even more advanced training, including combat diving, parachuting from high altitude, explosives, navigation, weapons mastery, and small unit tactics. Once deployed, Navy SEAL teams operate in groups of 8 to 10 operators capable of infiltrating enemy territory by sea, air, or land with surgical precision, launching raids that can begin with divers emerging silently from the ocean, or operators fast roping from helicopters into hostile compounds before disappearing without leaving evidence behind. Over the decades, they have carried out some of the most famous special operations missions in modern military history, including the rescue of Captain Richard Phillips from Somali pirates and the raid that eliminated Osama bin Laden during Operation Neptune Spear in 2011, a mission that demonstrated how a small group of elite operators could alter the course of global events in a single night. Today, roughly 2,500 active SEALs serve across multiple teams deployed worldwide, but despite their reputation, they represent only one part of a much larger network of elite American Special Operations Forces. The Army Rangers. Imagine standing inside a military transport aircraft as the ramp opens and the cold wind roars through the cabin, while the red light above the door glows silently, signaling that within seconds you will jump into a hostile battlefield thousands of feet below, not to remain hidden, but to strike fast and overwhelm the enemy before they even understand what is happening. That is the philosophy of the 75th Ranger Regiment, one of the most lethal light infantry units in the United States Army. Unlike covert special forces that rely on secrecy, the Rangers are designed for speed, shock, and overwhelming aggression, capable of deploying anywhere in the world within hours to seize critical objectives such as airfields, enemy command centers, or strategic infrastructure. Their historical roots trace back to colonial American Ranger units formed in the 18th century, but the modern regiment was officially organized in 1974 and has since become one of the most frequently deployed combat units in the U.S. military. To earn the Ranger tab, soldiers must survive Ranger School, a brutal 61-day leadership course where candidates endure extreme fatigue, hunger, and environmental stress while being evaluated on their ability to lead small units under the worst conditions imaginable. The course takes place across multiple terrains, including the mountains of northern Georgia, the swamps of Florida, and dense forest environments where sleep is scarce and food is limited, forcing candidates to continue planning patrols and combat operations even as their bodies begin to shut down from exhaustion. Rangers specialize in airborne assaults and direct action missions, meaning they are often the first American forces to enter a battlefield during a conflict. Their historical combat history includes major operations in Grenada in 1983, Panama in 1989, Afghanistan in 2001, and Iraq in 2003, as well as the intense Battle of Mogadishu in Somalia in 1993. But even they acknowledge that the true masters of unconventional warfare in the United States Army are the Green Berets. If you are a Green Beret, your mission is not to arrive with explosions or overwhelming force, but to quietly influence the outcome of wars before they fully begin. The Green Berets were established in 1952 during the early years of the Cold War, when American planners realized that many future conflicts would not resemble traditional wars between armies, but would instead involve insurgencies, revolutions, and guerrilla movements. Their motto, De Oppressor Liber, meaning to free the oppressed, reflects a mission focused on training and supporting foreign allies rather than simply fighting battles themselves. Green Berets operate in 12-man teams known as Operational Detachment Alpha units, with each member specializing in fields of weapons, communications, engineering, medical support, and intelligence. Yet, every operator is cross-trained so that if one member becomes unavailable, the rest of the team can still function independently. Becoming a Green Beret requires completing the Special Forces Qualification Course, a training pipeline that can last more than a year and includes language training, cultural education, unconventional warfare tactics, survival training, and advanced combat skills. Green Berets are expected to operate for months at a time in remote regions, building relationships with local fighters and advising them on strategy, logistics, and combat operations. During the early stages of the war in Afghanistan in 2001, small teams of Green Berets famously partnered with Northern Alliance fighters and used horseback mobility to coordinate airstrikes that rapidly dismantled Taliban positions, demonstrating how a small group of highly trained operators could alter the course of an entire campaign. Today, roughly 7,000 Green Berets serve across several groups assigned to different regions of the world, each focusing on specific languages and cultures to ensure they can integrate seamlessly into local environments when needed. Which is where the Air Force Special Tactics community enters the battlefield. These operators combine the roles of fighter, air traffic controller, and combat medic into a single profession. Combat controllers infiltrate hostile territory ahead of major operations to establish landing zones and guide aircraft safely into areas where conventional pilots would normally be unable to land. Pararescue jumpers, often called PJs, are elite combat rescue specialists trained to parachute or dive into dangerous environments to recover wounded personnel under fire while providing advanced medical care. Tactical air control party operators embed with ground forces and direct airstrikes in real time, communicating with fighter jets flying thousands of meters above the battlefields to ensure bombs and missiles strike their targets with precision. Training for these roles can last nearly 2 years and includes survival training, parachuting, combat diving, and advanced trauma medicine, making them some of the most highly trained individuals in the entire U.S. military. Deeper within the Special Operations community lies Delta Force, widely considered the United States Army's most secretive and elite counterterrorism unit. Officially designated as the first Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta, the unit was created in